Right. Season 2.
Haha!
Episode 1.
We are back. Apologies for the delay in, obviously, how long it took to produce Season 2. COVID got in the way.
That's it. And the main reason was me and Adam like to be close, and we do like to be able to hold hands every now and then.
Yes. When we was told we couldn't hold hands, I thought, fuck that, I ain't doing a podcast now.
Yeah, wasn't worth it. So we had to skip to this, and here we are now. We are now allowed to hold hands once again.
Amazing. What I will say before we get into this, guys, this is 18 plus podcast. This is Southend Dog Training, no filters. Okay, so please do be advised if your children are listening or you're watching on YouTube, watching on the website, or listening to it on Spotify or iTunes, that's all the places, then you can watch this. However, this is Southend Dog Training with no filters, so you have been warned in advance.
Same as normal, pretty much, guys. Same setup, just no filters.
I feel like if I put a fucking plug at the start, though, then people will know.
And that's it. No one's watching now, so we can just talk about whatever the fuck we want.
So, the way season 2 is going to work, guys, is we're going to do the news. Okay, is that it? Yeah. So we are going to basically pick hot topics of the week or the month, depending how frequently we produce the episodes, and just talk about them. Really, we're going to talk about news in Southend dog training. We're going to bring back troll comments because I know how much you guys love the troll comments. I've got one on my screen if you're watching right now. I will talk about this one later. So it's going to be formatted, and at the end we're going to have viewers' questions. So you get some dog training advice, dog training tips, and get to know me and Evan a little bit more on a personal level. Again, you guys watching at home, you'll be able to ask your questions and everything like that.
That's it. So what do we start with?
Let's start with the news. Everybody loves the news.
The news. Well, the hot topic yesterday was our dearest friend, wasn't it?
Yes.
Should we start with our dear friend?
No, let's come back to our dear friend because he'll tie us on to this person.
Okay. All right.
Let's start with the hot topic this week, which is e-collars.
Yes.
Okay. E-collars are going to be banned yet again. Okay. And it is one of those freaking taboo subjects. Not enough information about Now, I've been doing this for 10 years, and every year, without fail, e-collars are going to be banned. E-collars are going to be banned. It's being pushed through Parliament. Yet, 10 years later, e-collars still aren't banned. Okay? So, it's become a bit like the girl who cried wolf. Topic for a later story, by the way, guys. Make sure you watch along for that, because you'll enjoy it.
What was their name? Company, wasn't it?
Yeah, Company.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Make sure you stay tuned for that, the girl who cried wolf. But, e-collar being banned is like that taboo subject, okay? So until it actually happens, people just need to continue their life like normal. Now, I get asked all the time, what will we do if e-collars get banned?
And that is a good question. What will we do if e-collars get banned?
We will adapt the same way we always do, okay? The reality is, if e-collars do get banned, a lot of trainers will be exposed because you do have trainers that slap an e-collar on every single dog they work with. The dog comes in because it freaking doesn't sit properly, so they'll slap an e-collar on it. Dog comes in because it's freaking stealing things off the counter, so instead of teaching it to switch off after play, after training, after exercise, teaching it a solid leave it and food refusal, they slap an e-collar on it. Those trainers will be exposed very, very quickly because when you take that away, they're not going to know what to do. We e-collar train probably 1 in 20 dogs we work with.
I'm going to be honest, obviously I've been with you about 2 years now. E-collar sessions, I think we've done about 4 or 5 that I actually I can think of. We haven't done many at all.
No, because,
sorry, e-collar dogs, sorry.
Yeah, because the reality is, nearly every person that thinks their dog needs an e-collar, it doesn't. Yeah, e-collars can be beneficial like it's any other training tool, and I always say that. I did a video the other day where I picked up a hammer that was in the office, right, and said this is a hammer. It's designed to bang in nails. It's not designed to bang in skulls. Yeah, e-collars are designed to work a specific way. There's good and there's bad. Now, you can put an e-collar on a dog for an unnecessary purpose and just light the dog up like a Christmas tree. But that's not how the tool was designed to be used.
No.
So, if e-collars do get banned, there will be the odd dog that we come in contact with that could benefit from the e-collar that won't be able to benefit from that. And what will happen is that dog will be limited as to places it can go and confined to a lead its entire life. And for some dogs, being confined to a lead can create frustration. I see a lot of dogs that are never able to run free and be a dog properly that are frustrated on the lead. So their quality of life will diminish. The quality of life for deaf dogs, because e-collars are a fantastic tool for deaf dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their quality of life will diminish as well. Because everybody goes, oh yeah, well my dog knows to check in with me every minute or so. Okay, but what about in between that minute when it doesn't check in with you and it's chasing a fucking squirrel?
It's interesting you say about deaf dogs and e-collars, because it's also going to be what is an e-collar and what actually gets banned, isn't it? Because is it going to be a pulse collar? Is it going to be a shock collar? Is it going to be a bark collar? Is it going to be a vibration collar? So that's another thing, is what are they going to ban? Or is it going to be any collar that uses a battery with electrics in any way is banned?
Yeah, and it is just that, and this is the thing, and there's so much ignorance surrounding it all. Okay, so
when we say e-collars, we mean more pulse collar, isn't it? Is that right? Is that how you describe it?
We'll educate the viewers listening at home that may not necessarily know what an e-collar is. So an e-collar or shock collar, and if you're listening on iTunes, you can't see.
He's got some inverted commas.
Yes, I've got the air quotations going on.
That's it.
I'm using them correctly though, unlike Joey Tribbiani from Friends. But the reality is, okay, they come in many different shapes and sizes. So you've got ones that do shock, you've got ones that do deliver a vibration, a spray, a beep. So they and some of them have all of those functions, some of them just have one or two of those functions, some of them don't have all of those functions. And like anything, there's good and bad, okay? So I did do a video on this the other day, and if you look at your phone, what was the first phone you had, Ev?
Oh god, it was a Motorola.
A Motorola?
Yeah, I actually had a Motorola. I was probably year 5 of school, so when was that? It was probably about 96, I think. I had a Motorola phone. And then obviously we went to the Nokia 3210.
My first phone was a Siemens A25, but then I think I went to a Nokia 6210, the slightly brickier one.
Yeah.
But what could you do with your phone back then?
I could play Snake. That was the main thing, and that was about it. And
Snake was life, though.
Yeah, Snake was life. Yeah. In fact, actually, I remember when I was really cool and got the Matrix phone, the slide down Nokia.
Oh, sick.
But anyway, so yeah, but I understand what you're saying. No, I couldn't do it. I could make calls. I could send about 7 text messages before the memory got full, and yeah, that's about it really.
Yeah. Okay, so. For the best part, I mean, this podcast is being filmed through GoPros, multiple GoPro cameras. But most of my videos, most of the content that people tune into, is mainly filmed through my iPhone 12.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at your Motorola or your Nokia 33 or 6210, and then you look at the iPhone 12, look at the evolution in technology right there. Yeah. I can run a business through my phone. Yeah. Everything that's on my computer screens I can get through my phone. I can film full-length videos through my phone in HD. Or is it 4K Ultra? I don't know.
4K Ultra.
Yeah, you're the tech person.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, the way I'd look at it is I would look at a light bulb evolution, because an old light bulb used to get really hot. It used to use loads of electric, and it was 240 volts. LED lights now, 12 volts, don't get hot, much brighter. So there's a much better technology behind it. So as you say, it's far better evolved than what it is. If I touch a 12 volt light bulb, probably nothing will happen. You know, I might get a little tingle, if anything, because it's such low voltage. And obviously 12 volts can kill you, just so everyone is aware, but it depends on the amps. Yeah, it depends on your amps. But anyway. But
you've taught me the ways.
But yeah, but as you say, technology has evolved so much. If we go back 20 years, a shock collar was called a shock collar because it fucking shocked.
Yeah, but this is where I'm going with this, okay? So, it was. The original e-collars, you had to basically replace the contact points.
Burn them out.
Yeah, you did, to change the settings, to change the intensity, right? And then the original they looked like, the remotes looked like the old-fashioned fucking Nokias. They were like a fucking Del Boy phone, like a brick, right? And the box, I mean, you couldn't stick it on a Chihuahua, it just fucking, it'd be walking like with his fucking head down.
With like a chain of ball behind this sort of thing.
Yeah, and it was literally, this sucks, now you're fucked, basically. Yeah. There was no in-between, really. But they have evolved, just like all technology. So the ones that we use, they are top-end ones, okay? And the technology in them is similar to that of a TENS machine. So when we talk shock, we're talking more stim. The reason we don't say shock is because it's not a shock anymore. It's like a stim. Yes, you can still get a 20 quid one from China that will fucking put the shock in shock collar.
Yeah.
But again, it's no different. You can still buy a cheap, crappy phone that's going to do the bare minimum, or you can buy a bit of quality. And that goes the same for anything. You can buy a leather lead, decent quality leather lead that will last the life of a dog, or you can go to Pound Stretchers, buy a 99p lead, and poor freaking
And it'll snap on its first out.
Fido sees a dog, lunges, and the whole thing snaps. Yeah, but we're clever enough to understand that bit. We're clever enough to understand that when it comes to collars, there's cheap versions and there's good versions. When it comes to leads, there's cheap versions and there's good versions. But the human brain hasn't yet come round to the concept that e-collars can evolve.
Yeah.
Right? So I had a comment the other day, somebody going, "You'll never convince me that they're good, that's just my opinion." I'm like, that's your opinion, that's fine. You're factually wrong, but that's your opinion. Yeah? But when you ask somebody that's against it, have you ever felt one? No. Have you ever seen one be used? No. I just wouldn't never electrocute one. Okay, so you're so emotive based here. Okay? So, like I said, when we talk e-collars, there could be multiple things with them, okay? But the reality is they're not shocks. It's more like a TENS machine, okay? Which they use to treat pain and muscle conditions, yeah? Pregnant women will often be given a TENS machine, stuff like that. And it's a muscle stimulant. Can you cause uncomfort with it? Yes. Can you fuck a dog up with it? Yes. But you can fuck a dog up with a lead. Yeah, for instance, we could get Leo in here. If he didn't listen to us, we could beat him with a lead. That's not how a lead is to be used, but...
Put him on a slip collar, or, you know, whatever you want to call, you know, a slip collar or a dingo collar, you can fuck
The problem with the world, though, is we're so quick to ban things that we don't understand, or if it doesn't fit into our agenda, yeah? Literally. So, the Kennel Club, DEFRA, all that, they're at the forefront of wanting to see these collars banned. But if you look at the ideology that they push, it's all false free. So there is no way in hell they can actually accept e-collars. It doesn't fit into that.
That's right.
But these are the same organisations that will have a dog put to sleep in the name of dog training.
Because
Death
of
before
behaviour
discomfort.
issues.
Yeah. And these are the same people that lie about e-collars. Oh, it's lazy. You put it on the dog and you correct it when it's doing something wrong. No, that's not how you use it. But that's how they convince people they're used.
I wish it was, because we could earn a lot more money. We could have 20 clients here a day. There you go, put it in your dog, press this button, good luck.
Yeah, dog's fixed, dog's cured. That's not how it works. It's not lazy, there's a lot that goes into it. But, I mean, I'm not going to get into the semantics of e-collars, how we use them and everything like that. I'm more talking about the topic of e-collars being banned and shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay? If they get banned, we'll adapt. It is that simple. And a lot of people will be in trouble if they get banned. The other thing is, how the fuck are they going to police it if they get banned?
Yeah.
I mean, as you said earlier, is it just going to be shock collars? Is it just is it going to be remote activated ones where the dog sets it off by barking, or is it going to be remote held ones? Yeah, are vibration collars still going to be allowed? Spray collars still be allowed?
Yeah. Bark collars.
Now the other thing is, how are they going to police it? It's going to rely solely on the public to report you. Then they're going to need to know your address. Then the police are going to have to come to your house, right? And then they're going to have to prove that you was electrocuting your dog. Yeah? And like my late Daisy was e-collar trained. She passed away just before Christmas with a tumour. Now, when the e-collar come out, her tail was wagging. If someone knocks at the door, her tail was wagging. So say a policeman knocks on the door, we've had reasons to believe you're electrocuting your dog. Okay, Mr. Policeman. Show me this electrocuted dog that just wants to lick you and can't stop wagging.
But even if they filmed you over the park, I mean, obviously this is how we use e-collars. We don't use it, you know, this is how we use the collars. But we would press the button, the dog would come back to us, happy waggy tail.
It's that video that I posted the other day on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I define anyone watching it to show me a dog being electrocuted. Because you can't tell when it's being used. You push the button and the dog's responding. Yeah. But it's not jumping up in the ground, the hair's not standing on the back of its back,
it's
not smoking like you see in a fucking cartoon.
Dropping a toaster into the bath.
Yeah, because the reality is, but even with that, even when people see that, they're like, no, how dare you electrocute a dog? I'm like, come on, this and again, this we're going to go into politics, because it's a very fucking different story. But this is very much what's wrong with the world. Yeah. Okay, we don't understand it. Instead of teaching, we are going to ban it and outlaw it.
Yeah, I mean, there's talks of having a governing body allowing certain people to use it, maybe having vets do it, but then vets are starting to get into behaviour issues, which is just ludicrous.
Yeah, it is. Topic for another podcast. However, the reality is when it comes to e-collars, okay, is one, they're not going to be able to police it. Two, if it does get banned, it'll be a sad day. Only look at Wales. Wales successfully had the e-collar banned, and attacks on livestock
where a lot of
skyrocket each year. If you look at statistics of attacks on livestock and dogs that have been killed as a result of attacking livestock by farmers and things like that, each year the numbers are going up and up and up and up. And what they did is effectively ban the best line of defence for that.
Right.
Electric fences are still okay. It's still okay to electrocute your horse so he can't get out, or your cow so he can't get out.
All that,
right, and I'm telling you, I touched an electric fence once, it fucking hurts.
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
Right? But we understand the necessity for that. But when it comes to protecting sheep from dogs, because they've slipped their lead or because the owner didn't see it, and you get something that doesn't even feel anywhere close to an electric fence... Because that isn't that's a proper electric
that's a shock.
Yeah. Like, you do serious damage to someone. If you was to push them and hold them with a plank of wood on that electric fence, you would fuck someone up.
So, I think what they're saying, though, is if you do it en masse, i.e. you can have 200 cattle in the field, absolutely fine. You can electrocute all of them at any given point, and it's an act of God. That's fine, but you can't do it under a controlled environment and train your dog. I think that's what they mean.
No, but again, this is what's the problem. It's one rule for one rule for the other.
Yeah.
Right. So it's fine for your dog to slip the lead and attack a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. When an e-collar could have prevented that. Yeah. Although your dog should be on the lead, if your dog was e-collar trained because it had that severe prey drive and went after a sheep, the e-collar would stop that. Yeah. Which feels nothing like an electric fence, but. The reality is that's not allowed. It's fine for the sheep to get attacked. It's fine for those livestock and farmers to be fucking costing money, losing their livestock. Yeah. But it's fine for them to contain it.
Well, it happened to a friend of a friend the other day, actually. Well, say the other day, about 3 months ago now. But they were at the motorway services, took the husky out of the car, let it have a little roam around and that, slipped the lead, run across the motorway. That bit was fine. Got into the farmer's field. Farmer shot it dead. Yeah. And that was that.
The reality is accidents happen. That's the thing.
That was the accident.
No, it is. Accidents happen. Okay, so dogs have slipped collars countless times. A lot of people watching this might have seen their dog slip a collar.
Yeah.
The lead might have been dragged out of their hand where they wasn't expecting it, where they're not trained well enough to hold the lead. Yeah, and this is where e-collar training comes into play. Like I said, we'll evolve and adapt the same way we do because we train dogs.
Yeah.
Inevitably, and putting an e-collar on a dog for us is the last resort. It's not a route we want to go down because the client will have to buy a mini educator. They will have to buy an expensive one. If they come to us when I've got an e-collar and it's a 20 quid one from China, no, sorry, we won't use them.
Yeah, go on.
We won't use what the client's bought if it's not going to be effectively humane for the dog. So it becomes very expensive, and then they need free lessons to learn how to use it. Okay, because it's not just slap it on the dog, correct the dog. Before they even pick up the remote, they have to be the dog. They have to feel what the dog's feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have to do it to me. So I can feel when they're pushing the button, when they're letting go of the button and things like that. And that's before they even attempt to train it with their dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's been the hot topic.
So that's e-collars today.
But what it's led to, which is my second hot topic of the week, and it's been going on for a while, but it's got progressively worse this week, is trainer bashing, for fuck's sake. Right, it's honestly like I'm back at school right now.
It's probably worse, actually. I'm going to be honest.
It is.
Yeah.
People got far too comfortable sitting behind their computer, calling out people.
Yeah.
Without fear of being punched in the mouth, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up as people, as a company. We used to trainer bash, didn't we? Let's not deny that. We used to get involved in that.
But do you know why I stopped trainer bashing? Yeah, the reason I stopped trainer bashing, because I was one of those people that when it was just me,
call out someone.
Yeah, when it was just me before you as a partner of mine, before we had all the staff working for us and everything. Yeah. If I saw a false free trainer screwing up a dog, I would call him out. Yeah, and that was me. But do you know what it got me? A whole lot of fucking stress and misery. Yeah, to the point that I felt like I was going to have a fucking breakdown.
Well, it was probably to the point where you wanted to come off social media sort of thing. You know, you was that embarrassed as a person that you couldn't be on social media.
No, and it happens. You see it happen.
Yeah. You do.
I mean, there's been fucking a trainer that had a breakdown. He was there. He was calling out everyone left, right and centre. And then all of a sudden he had a massive breakdown when people started calling him out on it, saying, mate, change the fucking record. Yeah. And then fucking vanished off social media and then come back and reinvented himself.
Come back with a vengeance. But that happens. We know several people that's happened to. I mean,
but the reality is, I'll say that a lot, to be fair, the reality is. But yeah, what I found was, yes, my views were good. I was getting loads of engagement on these posts.
Yeah.
But they were all from other trainers that support my agenda. Or people, or my clients. They weren't new clients. And what I found is, although views were going up, business was going down.
Yeah.
Because when people are coming to your page, they're coming there because they need help. So we changed that, and ever since I changed that mindset of not calling people out, because one, it's unprofessional.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But two, I was much happier. I'm so much fucking happier in life because I don't have that negative and toxicity waging there.
So obviously, when I first came on, and that I would do a couple of these trolling posts, as I would call them, you know, or engagement posts. Even really, that's what it is in business, isn't it? If you're looking at it as a business thing, you're looking at engagement, whether it's positive or negative. It's good to us in a sense, but I used to do it, and then at 3 a.m, I'd be waking up going, "Fuck me, what someone said? What's going on?" And the stress and anxiety it would put you through is awful.
But also clients that actually need help, the ones that are supporting you and all that, they're being neglected because all you're doing is arguing with some internet troll that, let's be honest, you're never going to change their fucking opinion. Because they are sitting in their parents' basement with nothing but time on their hands, and you're sitting there going, "Oh my god, I want your kids are there, daddy, no, I must respond to this person."
It's true. It is honestly true. I mean, when we was getting attacked, if you will, I had sleepless nights over that, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not even going to respond anymore. I've completely lost interest, so I'm going to focus on what we do. I'm going to focus on our clients, and we're going to focus on producing content for our followers.
That's why Southend dog training has exploded.
Correct,
and of course, with explosion comes more hate. But the reality is because it's been a good couple of years now since we've done that. We just focus on what's important, and that's the people listening to this, the people that need help for their dog. So every video that I produce, I look at it as somebody that doesn't know dog training, but needs help with their dog. So if we take a jumping up, you're getting attacked by a gnat. It's on your head. so if we take jumping up, one of the most common issues in dogs. Yeah, I don't want when somebody searches Southend dog training looking for some help on jumping up, the first thing they see is that trainer is such a fucking arsehole, like how dare he says that, he shouldn't be working with, and you think, oh my god, and I put myself in the shoes of that person that needs help. Why are they going to want to buy into that? Right? Whereas if they see a video, how to stop jumping up, right, the biggest mistake we make is we fuss them at the wrong times, we come home from work, "Hello baby, how you doing?" and send them into overdrive, as opposed to come in very calm, very confidently, hold your knee out just in case the dog jumps up to protect your nether regions, right? And they're like, that's useful. The amount of people worldwide, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, France, that say, "Your videos have changed my life." Yeah. Even ones that aren't VIP members, not even a VIP member, but your 30-second, 1-minute clips have changed my life. Yeah. Now, we wouldn't be getting that feedback and helping that many dogs if every one of my videos was, "This trainer's a cunt."
And the thing is, it comes from the trainers. Usually that sort of hatred that comes is from the people that don't really post training videos. They might post a video of their class, for instance, or a video of a small bit of the session, but there's no help in that video. It's just this is what I done today sort of thing. Whereas we post helpful tips and advice. That is what we do. That's how we get the following we get. It's just sort of us, you know, and it's not so much about the following, whilst that is great for the ego in a sense, and it's not about ego, it's about helping dogs.
I mean, yeah, there's a bit of ego there, don't get me wrong,
of course
but you need a little bit of ego, a little bit of fucking charisma to actually do this.
The thing is, if our followers weren't going up, if we wasn't getting the praise we get, we wouldn't do it.
No, no, it's exactly that, yeah, because a big part of business is doing what works.
Yeah.
What we're doing is working, so we stick with that. Yeah, and then you get the trainers that don't agree with us going, "Oh, what you're doing is dangerous," and all that.
Move on.
Yeah, right?
No,
or you get the people that hate us. People that used to support us now don't like us, right? But it's because they're still down here bitching and moaning about other fucking trainers as we're fucking up here. Yeah. And the reality is we got off that fucking bitching and moaning shit fucking years ago.
What was the best bit is that those trainers you're referring to, a few of them used to be in our training group, in the VIP group. Yes. That's the funniest thing ever. You know, they actually came to us and they were using our group for help and things like that. And now they don't even talk to us, which, you know what, obviously I couldn't give a flying fuck about them.
The thing is, we didn't do anything that any other trainer couldn't do, in a sense. Yeah.
No, anyone could do what we do. I mean, all right, we'll talk about Julian in a little bit. Our friend
Southern dog training.
Southern dog training.
We'll come to Julian in a bit.
We'll talk about someone that tried to clone us recently in a little while.
Epic fail.
But so yeah, but that's the truth, isn't it? Anyone could do what we're doing. Anyone could have an online training group. But what sets us apart is how much effort we put into that. You know, the amount of staff we've got now. I think there's 15 of us in total.
I posted that blooper video the other day because, again, like a 30-second video that someone watches, I think they think that I just plucked it out of the air. It's not. There's a lot of editing to get that specific moment in time that's going to help someone. Yeah. And you think if that's like a 30-minute video, you can't post it on TikTok, right? No. So you got to go through that whole 30-minute video and get that perfect 30 seconds. That's going to bring some fulfillment and some education to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, that people, there's always that risk that someone's going to imitate something you do. And again, it'll bring us on to Julian in a minute. But there's always that risk of anytime anyone sees anything on fucking social media, that they could copy that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what people need to understand is the dogs that we're producing, yeah, the methods that I'm using are relevant to that dog. Yeah. And some people will attempt it and do something completely wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But the smart people, yeah, the ones that are going to make it in life, they go, all right, I tried this, it's not working for me.
Here's
and
the
then
video.
yeah, and then you have a discussion with them.
Yeah.
But 9 out of 10 people, they're like, you've changed my life, you've changed my life. And why the fuck am I going to stop waking up to messages of people saying, you've changed my life, you've changed my dog's life for the better? Why the fuck am I going to stop doing what I'm doing while that is coming through? Yeah? That makes no sense. Oh, all right, I'm going to stop producing the content that is changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about fucking Joe Blogs down the street not liking what I'm doing.
Because the reality is, it's just all about the dogs. You know, that's it. It's not about us. You know, we're a byproduct of it, really. You know, obviously it pays our wages and things like that, which is awesome. It's amazing we can do that. But really, it's why you started training dogs in the first place. It's to fucking help dogs.
But that's it. It's to help dogs and it's to help people. Yeah. And yeah, but there's so much trainer bashing going on, and it's really sad. And it's so every post you see on TikTok is someone defending themselves. It's always a video to a response to a comment. And I'm thinking, why are we justifying ourselves to complete idiots?
Complete nobodies.
Yeah. Right, you've got some fucking 23-year-old living in his parents' basement that's fucking never had a dog in his life going, I think this is cruel. And then what you do is you make a whole video on it defending yourself.
Waste an hour making it, or however long, even 10 minutes.
And then he sees that video and you give him the acknowledgement, so he's going to comment again.
Yeah.
And then you do that, right? And I'm thinking, why? Yeah, the reality is, right, as I said back at the start, the internet has given people far too much comfort in life.
Really
far too brave. Yeah. Not enough people getting punched in the mouth. Yeah. And these are the same people that honestly... Right, and I sit there when I think about it, because I see, we're going to read out some troll comments in a minute, guys, but I see troll comments all the time. And I sit there and I start to, because it still gets you, it hurts, but you start to type it and I think nothing good's going to come from this.
No.
Yeah, all I'm going to do is enter a war back and forth with someone. Right, and the reality is that person's got nothing but time on his hands. I have very limited time because of how busy we are, because I've got children, because I've got a wife,
because we've got staff, a business,
yes.
clients.
Yeah, I don't have time to sit here all day and argue.
I don't even have time to drink. I mean, neither of us drink, do we?
No.
You know, it's not the fact I'm teetotal or anything like that. I just don't.
I am.
I just. And teetotal, that's amazing. I just don't have time. I'd love to have a drink, but then I don't think straight, and then things don't get done.
No.
You know.
But yeah, stop wasting your life on meaningless people. People that you can tell straight away that it doesn't matter what you say to this person, their mind's made up.
Yeah.
But what you miss is the fact that you've got 50 other people telling you how great that is, or how much that helps, or do you think this would work for my dog? There's 50 other people that are asking questions and engaging in a positive sense with you, but you focus on that one negative person.
So, someone done that the other day. So I put up a picture of somebody hand feeding their dog using a ketchup bottle.
Yes.
And the dog had a prong collar on. Now, there was somebody in there, and it's a force-feed trainer who's completely clueless. I would take that prong off the dog and blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Everyone started engaging with her. And then I thought, you know what, I just pretty much said, look, I'm not even going to entertain this. You're a fucking idiot, pretty much. And then she got quite personal, actually, and she was obviously trying to refer to herself. She doesn't know that I run the Facebook, because she's a complete fucking idiot, again. But anyway...
I like personal, but that's where they go. They get personal.
They attempt to get personal. In fact, her words were, "You done nothing with your life 10 years ago," and I thought, so what? Neither did I. Fuck her. Look what I'm doing with my life now. But regardless of what you've done with your life 10 years ago...
10 years ago, I was 22.
Yeah. It was sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's doing a lot. That is exactly what you want to be doing at 22.
22, I've done nothing with my life. No. What 22 has done, 22-year-old has done something with their life.
The best thing is, she said something about, oh, you started training dogs in 2012, and I was like, it's 2021 now, that is 10 years, you complete fucktard, because 2022 would be 11 years. Yeah. But I thought, anyway, I did it. What I'd done, I said, you know what, you're so ignorant and uneducated, I'm going to use your comment to educate others. And I'd done a real genuine post. I wanted to see what the honest opinion was. And I said, people that have actually used a prong collar, please let me know your thoughts below and your results, and let me know how you got on. Have you shut down your dog through this? All the comments on there, barring 2, were, and there was over 300 comments on there, absolute game changers, loved it, you know, it was brilliant for my dog, right thing for me. A couple of people said, I just don't like them, not use them, but, you know, that's me, that's fine. A couple of people were, no, I'm never going to fucking use one. So I replied, and I said, that's great, can you let me know what your experience was? No reply.
Yeah.
So in other words, just
because opinion,
the emotion behind
it. Their own emotional state, rules their head, so they can no longer think straight.
Correct. Yeah. That was it. Same as the e-collar. It's just circling back to that. They have such an emotional belief that this is a terrible device, but the reality is, until you use it, until you try it, put it on yourself, you understand it.
But facts will always outweigh opinions. Opinions don't change facts, yeah? As much as you want your opinion to change the fact, it doesn't change the fact.
No.
And factually, unless you've tried it, unless you've seen it, unless you've felt it, you're just going off an opinion.
Yeah, off a photo.
And we live in a world, right, where people are judged by the way they look, by the way they dress, by the way they act, by who they love, what colour of their skin there are. Yeah. It happens just with people, it also happens with dogs. American Pit Bull Terriers are banned. Dogo Argentino's banned. Yeah, for the way they look. Yeah. But what we do is we go, I don't like the look of that, and we form an opinion of it. But when presented with the facts, their opinion is so strong that they're blinded to the fact of the fact, effectively. Yeah. So troll comments. Everything. Let's go to troll comments.
Have a look at some troll comments.
Let's wake up the computer, right? Because old fucking Flame. I want to call her an ex, but if you've seen her, right?
She would not be an ex.
No, I mean she is fucking. There is somebody with a large fucking basket and a tranquilizer dart looking for her. What's going on?
I don't know. Give it a second. If not, we'll have to use your phone. It is on. I just don't know why it's gone to sleep. Hold on, guys. We're just having a technical issue with the computer. There we go. Oh. Hey, the computer's gone completely to sleep.
Completely? Wakey. I need that. This time.
This is it. This is a crucial moment in life. Alright, it will come on anyway.
So this bit out anyway. So.
Well, I don't want to cut it. This is we don't rehearse these podcasts. We don't think about what we're doing. We sometimes come up with subjects to talk about. You know, troll comments was the subject for this one, and e-collars was the subject for this one.
Oh, come on!
Stop clicking it. It's going to upset it. Oh, anyway,
it's upsetting me.
Go on, just get up on your phone. It's
there we go. Right. So somebody. I mean, this is the thing about dog training.
Who's that? Is that Kelly Fuckwell? Pans?
Panta 2, Pansy 2, something like that. We'll come to it in a minute. This is the thing about dog training, right? When you have 1.7 million followers worldwide, there's not a lot that happens in this industry that we don't know. Do you think that we don't know when somebody's fucking slagging us off?
Screenshots all the time. Yeah. We just go
right. So this is one that's come through my desk today. Okay. If you're listening on audio, you won't be able to see this, but we're going to talk about this person. So this person's called Kelly Blackwell, Pansy 2, right? And she's slagging me off. Now she was actually a troll of mine before you even become part of Southend Dog Training now.
So
Right?
she's stalked you for a
Honestly,
long
this
time.
person is batshit crazy. Honestly, and you looked because you didn't know who she was. You just looked at her before this podcast started, right?
She's done about 30 posts yesterday. I couldn't find this one.
Let's list some of the trainers she slagged off. in what you saw, the few things you saw. What was it? Larry Crone, freaking James Penrith,
Danny Wells,
Roddy Kirk.
Literally
Literally anybody that uses an e-collar that doesn't use it her way uses it wrong. Right? So this post was sent to me today. I'm going to read it out. It's from Kelly Blackwell. Whomever invented the 2-week training can't train, and the bottom of the feeding chain is these little go-to people's house trainers like Spivey and Kirk. That's why they have so little experience that they don't work at kennel or raise dog or finish dog sit. Takes long time to train dog.
That is actually what she put as well.
Yeah, I am quoting word for word here,
that
guys.
is fucking diabolical.
Right, now the funny thing is, right, let's go to her YouTube channel. She used to have a, Panazoo.
Can we not call her Peter Pan? It's much better.
Well, that's awkward. She don't come up on YouTube. She had a YouTube channel. Has she been kicked off of YouTube?
No results found.
Oh no! Oh, okay. So we can't find her on YouTube. She's smashing life, clearly.
Yeah. She's really proud of her work.
So yeah, so what this person does is she fight again. It goes back to the trainers calling out trainers and everything, and they're getting consumed by it. This person has been stalking me now for years, like absolute years, right? And I thought she had died, like honestly, because she had just fallen off the map. Like she just fucking ceased to exist until this message come across my screen today, right? One. I have no. What is she talking about? The 2-week program? We don't offer 2-week programs.
We don't offer dog boarding at all.
No, we don't do board and trains, dog boarding. We don't do 2-week fucking programs or anything like that. So I don't know what she's on a fucking another level. This person, but she is obsessed with me. Obsessed.
She's my hero.
But it's sad, really. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a fan, don't get me wrong. But that obsession, I mean, it must drive her insane.
Yeah.
If you can actually find her on YouTube, I can't, I just had a look. But her videos are always her in front of a camera going, I don't know. She takes so long to get to the fucking point, and all you ever hear is dogs barking in the background. Yeah? Right? All she ever uses is an e-collar. I've never seen her train a dog without an e-collar. Yeah? Yet she seems to have a problem with anybody using e-collars that don't do it exactly the way she does it. But she can't train a fucking dog without an e-collar. Yeah? Whereas we can train dogs without e-collars.
Yeah, we'll say we seldomly use them.
She slaps e-collars on every dog she works with. We slap an e-collar on about 1 in 20 dogs we work with because all conventional textbook methods have gone out the fucking window. Right? Yeah, we do everything in our power not to use e-collars. She does everything in her power to use e-collars.
It's not that. It's a last resort, especially for the client, because they're not cheap. No. It's not cheap to e-collar train a dog. End of, really. You know, buying the equipment, learning it all. But all of that aside, I mean, another troll comment I saw the other day, which was fucking brilliant, I thought. Someone commented on one of your videos on TikTok. How do I stop this shit coming up on my For You page?
Oh, I responded to that.
Well, I responded to it as well. Oh, maybe it's a different one, but I responded to it saying, thanks for the comment. This helps us come up on the For You page.
that was cleverer than my response. My response was, yeah, just click not interested. The best ones are when you offend someone and they tell you that they're leaving. Oh, I'm going to have to unfollow. I'm like, it's not a fucking airport, Karen.
No one cares.
Yeah. Karen. Notice me going to unfollow you. Pay attention to me.
click like. Click comment back. I want to hear from you.
Right.
Please, Daddy.
Let's just find some troll comments, shall we? It shouldn't take long.
Well, I don't know. Last time we tried to do this, it wasn't as easy.
Like I said, these are unscripted, so...
Yeah. Oh, right. At least you loaded that video.
Timing was good. Well done, my man. Thank you. What I've always thought, oh, this is going to be terrible. Where's the troll comments? Find him a realistic owner. Jesus.
That's a bit harsh. It's trolling the client.
This is my max, has and lunges. No, I'm really struggling to find troll comments.
Okay, well, let's try and talk about someone that we can remember offhand, recall. But we do get it, we do, and it doesn't really bother us at all, if I'm honest with you. You know, from time to time you might go, I want to bite to that one, but I just don't. Let's talk about, because you can keep looking for that. I'm going to move on to...
No, digress.
I'm going to move on to our favourite person at the moment. This is a hot topic because obviously I'm not sure when we're going to release this podcast, but yesterday we had our friend Southend Dog Training, Julian, who actually joined our group. He found us in January, he signed up to us in February and created a Facebook page and bought the website domain, Southend Dog Training. And the reason I sound like I've had a stroke or something is because I am imitating Julian. However, so we have no issue with competition. We don't care. Crack on. Everyone deserves a chance in life. Competition's healthy, and if anything, it makes us not look better. There's such bad people out there training dogs that when we see the videos, like Julian uploaded a video of attempting to train a dog, and it was so diabolical that we actually took that video, put it on our social media, and said, obviously somebody has come across Southern Dog Training, not Southend, Southern, and basically she actually got completely conned out of about £1,500. We're trying to get her money back from Julian on that one because she actually searched Southend Dog Training, but because she was local to him, it came up, did you mean Southern Dog Training? It used obviously Google's geo location thing and basically said this guy's local. She thought it was us and thought it was one of our trainers. So she's absolutely heartbroken. We rang her up. We put the video up. She came forward on social media. She saw the video, and she was absolutely, devastated. Bless her. So she's coming down to us soon, and we're actually going to help her with her dog for free. And we are attempting to recover her lost money with Julian. But the issue with Julian was the play. One, he obviously used the name because it sounds so similar, especially to anyone that doesn't know Southend.
It does. I can't find troll comments, by the way. I thought it was going to be fucking easy. Turns out it's not that fucking easy. Turns out we get way more love than hate.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah. The issue with Julian, right, and Southern Dog, it was the name more than anything else. Southern Dog Training, because the reality is this is a nothing company that had 600 followers. Okay, but not everybody knows Southend as a place.
Yeah.
So, for instance, many times people from up north or people in different countries actually think Southend Dog Training is South End Dog Training.
Yeah,
right.
2 words.
But also people up north who've got slightly different accents. If somebody went to say Julian, who fucks up dogs, like obviously we're now having to fix his mess and try and get the money back for his client, right? If somebody goes Southern Dog Training, people are going to hear Southend Dog Training because nobody knows who Southern Dog Training is. And the fact that he has ripped off every single one of our videos.
Yeah, that was the thing, wasn't it? He didn't even take the advice we was giving out and put his own little twist on it, put his own catch on it. He literally tried to mimic the videos word to word sort of thing.
I mean, the reality is, what was very humorous about it is he's got a beard, he's gone out and got tracksuits.
It looks like he's your long lost dad.
It looks like me in 20 years if I've had a fucking stroke, mate. Honestly, that's how my delivery will be if I have a stroke in 20 years.
But with Julian, I have no issues with him as a person. Obviously, what he tried to do business wise and ethically, he's a massive cunt. But if he wants to go out and be JR Canine, for instance, crack on. Like Julian Rogers, that is obviously. Crack on. No, just do what you fucking want, but don't join our VIP group, steal our videos, literally copy our website word to word, and rip off our entire business, and not even do it well. That's the bit that I think that pisses me off more.
I wouldn't mind, right? Do you don't want to hear some irony right now, yeah?
Go on.
Everyday dog owners can watch my videos and learn from it. A dog trainer, again, air quotes if you're looking on audio, a dog trainer, and I'll say that loosely with Julian, right, imitates my videos word for word and still gets it fucking wrong. Like, at no point in my videos do you see me wrap a lead around my hand and hold the dog up in the air as I'm walking round with it, right, when there's nothing going on whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, there's another one as well, and the other one is that someone else has stole some of our wording. We don't need to mention his name. Similar to JR Canine, but they also put training dogs for the last 10 years. Now, 2 years ago, they came to us for help. They came to us for a home session. Same thing with Julian. He put, I'm just doing a refresher course on dog first aid. He's a flat roofer. And he failed at that as well because his company closed down. He had to create another one. I mean, that's not relevant.
I'm not surprised if he fucking works like he speaks.
Yeah, that's how much of a con artist he is.
He's going to lay a tile a day on a fucking roof.
Well, yeah, it's just his company failed. He had to reopen another one. It was actually like Flat Roofing Southend Limited instead of Flat Roofing Limited, something like that anyway. But obviously you can find all that on Company's House for anyone that's interested. But yeah, but that's the issue. On his website, 10 years of experience training dogs. It's bollocks.
The power of social media come together though, don't they? And we go back to the fact that we don't call people out. That's not what we do.
No.
Happiness comes when you stop worrying about what other people are doing and just focus on you and what works for you and what works for the people invested in you. That's where happiness comes from. Okay. So we don't call trainers out, and as we've already mentioned, we do have trainers call us out.
Yeah.
But we don't get involved. However, with this, because of how close it was to home, because it could easily be mistaken for Southend dog training, Southern dog training. Yeah. So some people are listening thinking, did I say Southend dog training or did I say Southern dog training? Southern dog training. What did I say? Yeah. Because that's what I mean. Is that fucking easy to get the two mixed up?
Yeah.
If you didn't know or weren't from Southend. Right, he had to be called out on his bullshit. And this is the power of social media. This is what a lot of trainers do actually forget, and a lot of trolls, when they attack us, do forget, is in 24 hours, Julian's website went down, Julian's TikTok page was removed, his personal TikTok page removed, his Instagram page removed,
his backup TikTok page removed.
Backup TikTok page removed.
The one, because he created one that night as well.
Because our followers, who are loyal to us, hence why we know about fucking Kelly Panther too, and everyone that fucking slags us off because we don't miss anything, they just went all over his accounts. That was it. It's like, I've seen this before. Oh yeah, from the original poster. Or, oh my god, you look like you're trying to rip off fucking Adam. And it literally...
Well, we've since found out he was doing that. He was messaging our clients. Because basically, the reason we actually bothered about this, we've known about Julian for a long time and just didn't really care less. What actually got my back up is, obviously, I removed him from the online group. He messaged me and said, "Hi, Evan, I seem to not be in the online group anymore." So I replied, "Hi, Julian from Southern Dog Training, we need a chat." And he never responded after that. And then he started doing a sponsored advert. So in other words, he was really trying to shove it in our face. And I thought, you know what, if you're paying to do sponsored adverts, he's actually messaging our clients as well, because we've had them message us with the screenshots of it.
I got a message last night. I'll actually get it up, obviously.
Yeah. That's get what up. So that's what really pushed us to actually go, you know what, he can fuck right off and go and do whatever he needs to do. Go be Southern Flat Roofing instead or something.
But yeah, no, he is now completely gone. Why can I never find anything I'd need?
Lube, did you say?
Lube. Why can't I find a lube? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so I posted a screenshot of my stories, and then somebody reached out saying, "This company contacted me directly pretending to be you. I noticed pretty quickly and told the loser to do one." I mean, how fucking bad is that, right? And because I'm human, right? I had a lot of mixed emotions on this, because effectively what happened is we completely destroyed his very little company was just swallowed up. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Right? And that's effectively someone's livelihood, and I'm sitting there feeling a bit of guilt for it.
Well, I did.
But then I'm thinking, you are contacting my clients, pretending to be me, and jeopardising my business that I've worked for 10 fucking years. So why should I feel guilty about that?
Yeah. It's sad. So anyway, guys, it's not. I say we have no issues with competition. We're more than happy for other dog trainers.
Competition is good. Yeah, competition is good. I love it. And let's be honest. Everybody takes a little bit of something that everybody does, and this is what I say to new aspiring trainers that ask me questions all the time. Any advice for someone just starting dog training? Watch everything. Watch force free trainers. Watch balance trainers. Watch even the more aversive trainers that you sit there and go, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" Right? Because knowledge is power. Yeah. And what you do is you start to figure out what works for you, what works for that dog. But not all force free trainers are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah? Not all force free trainers will put a dog to sleep in the name of fucking dog training, because then they will recommend it. I'm sorry, this is as far as I can take your dog. You're going to need someone that has... Yeah? So there's a lot of force free trainers out there that are fucking very good. They just won't correct a dog or use certain tools, and that's okay. There's also a lot of balance trainers out there that shouldn't be called balance trainers because they're not balanced at all.
Well, they're compulsion, if anything.
Yeah, right. And again, I'm not going to name any names, but the reality is taking a dog's head off for doing nothing. No, like And the dog flinching
It's awful.
But not all balance trainers are bad. There's some fucking wonderful trainers out there. Jonas Black, very, very good trainer.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, fucking punk-ass dog trainer. You got Larry Crone, fantastic fucking trainer.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Jay, great. Obsidian K9, he's brilliant at what he does.
Well, yeah, there's loads of good trainers. And even Danny Wells, okay? I think Danny Wells does great work. Yeah, I mean, he massively hates me, right? But he does really good work, he does. But that's the thing. Yeah, you don't have to like everyone, but it doesn't mean that you have to sort of freaking not listen to sort of things they say and shit like that. But take something from everyone. Yeah.
Back in the room. Sorry, guys, we had a quick break.
So there's been a lot of talk about. I went for a quick cigarette. So there's been a lot of talk about trolls and trainer bashing and everything. Why not? Let's end on a positive. Let's mention 3 trainers that if people aren't following, they should definitely.
3. I'll start. Jonas Black. Punk-ass dog trainer in America, Texas. No, sorry, Austin, Texas.
His work's really, really good. I love he's got a very strong connection with dogs, and he's got a very gentle approach, and I like that. And
I love he doesn't take shit.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is, but he's helping dogs, and that's what it's all about. And another good trainer, who should we mention this week? Say It Once Dog Training, Vinny.
Yeah.
He's amazing. To be fair, he's the fucking trainer on TikTok that has more followers than me. I mean, we're at 1.2, it's at 1.4. Damn you, fucking Vinny. Right? Healthy competition.
Yeah, but that's it.
Healthy competition. I want to get more followers than fucking Vinny. But Vinny's amazing. Yeah, he really, really is. And so if you're not checking out Say It Once Dog Training, go check him out. And I want to mention K9 All Day. Okay, he's a young upcoming trainer and everything. We've had talks with him. He's going to come down on next coffee morning, but he really focuses on that advanced obedience. He's very, very good at that stuff. Yeah. So if you're not checking him out, he's on Instagram, K9_all day dog training. Yeah, I think. Yeah. If I butchered that, I do apologise. But yeah, he's very, very good. And we're not going to talk about trainers to necessarily avoid, but we will just mention Southern dog training. Yeah. Now, as far as we were aware,
Julian Rogers.
He ceases to exist. But if a Julian Rogers comes up, or Southern dog training comes up, avoid them because he's not a dog trainer. No. He just rips off everyone's content, and he's actually a liability to dogs.
Yeah. Another one to avoid, who's still a very, very bitchy individual, has got to be Nikki Pressburger.
She's not even a dog trainer. Her dog ran off and fucking had to be returned to her.
So if you want a dog that you have to locate via your phone, via GPS, go see Nikki Pressburger. Yeah. She will slap a GPS collar on it. I wonder if they'll be banned. They're electronic. Anyway, a GPS tracking device on your dog so it doesn't go off and play Fenton! And then go see Nikki. We haven't seen or heard from her for a while. I think we actually blocked her because she got so possessive. There's limits to what we'll allow on social media.
There is full-blown stalkerish behaviour going on. Behaviours that if it happened in the real world, if they were camping outside your house in the real world. I mean, Kelly, who we mentioned at Panther Zoo, that is full-blown stalkerish behaviour. You've got fucking Nikki Pressburger, full-blown stalkerish behaviour. Yeah. Right, these are behaviours that would get you arrested in the real world. It's perfectly illegal. It's perfectly legal to stalk someone on Facebook, apparently, but it's not legal to do it. Like if she was camped outside the house or following you around every time you had a dog,
she would absolutely do that as well.
Yeah,
she absolutely would. Yeah. She was awful.
But it's sad when people's mission in life is to fucking discredit someone else.
And who's the other guy? We had a guy recently, didn't we? I had to actually put a picture. We don't really call out people, but he was really commenting. I can't remember his name now. He wasn't far from us.
Left an imprint then?
No. I'll think. Richard something. It was Richard something anyway. Avoid Richard. Just any Richard. No, I'm joking. But yeah, if you are Surrey based, I think he was.
But yeah, I mean, like I said,
Vizslers was his game.
Go check out Got to Train. Check out Got to Train. I didn't mention him.
Yeah, that's 4.
There you go. 4 shout outs. Check out Got to Train. Say It Once Dog Training and Punkcast Dog Trainer and K9 All Day. Go check them out. Right, guys, this brings us on to the final segment of today's podcast. It's question time. It's a new segment we're adding. So before we film a podcast, what we do is in our online training group, we put a post. Ask us questions. They don't have to be dog training questions. They can be any questions. So let's see how... I put a post up this morning. So let's see how that one's going, shall we? It'd be really awkward if there's no comment. Awkward!
blank.
Oh, there's fucking loads.
Oh dear.
Oh, there's loads. So, as I stated in the post, we're not going to be able to read them all out. What we're going to look for is just a couple waiting for Evan, a couple for me, and we'll answer some dog training questions. So the first one is actually for you, Ev.
Oh, love it.
It's from Lauren Jessica.
Okay.
Okay, he says, Evan, I would love to know about your career before SDT, and then what made you take the leap to join SDT. Did you face any doubts, negativity when moving away from your previous job to the dog training world?
Okay, so we actually did cover this in podcast one, I believe it was about.
Yes.
Me, but just to summarise it, I used to repair iPhones, iPads, and anything computer related. My brother had a computer shop, and I'd help him there, and I worked for another computer shop, and then went self-employed for about 7 years, just doing computer repairs, CCTV, anything technology related. That was me. I then took a big leap of faith and went into the car trade because Anthony, who we now employ as our operations manager, said to me I would be good at selling cars. So I became a salesman, worked my way up, became sales manager, and then left that, took a gap year, then basically started doing remote tech support. So I was the guy who would ring up and say, turn it on and off. Done that, and then basically met Adam, and we started this, the online group. Through the long and short, it started picking up traction. And I said to Adam, Adam, mate, this is, I can't work both things at once. I need to focus our time on this. And that was the leap of faith I had to take. Was I worried? No, because I'm going to be honest, I believed in Adam. I believed in what we was doing. Yeah, it was a risk, obviously. I was moving home at the time. My wife was pregnant.
It's like when I left the casino to do this full time, and I asked to cut down my hours, and they said, I was like, we can't allow you to cut down to another. I wanted to go from 4 days to 3 days a week so I could focus on more time for dog training. And said, well, we can't afford for you to do that. I said, so what are you saying to me? I either do the 4 shifts or none. They went, well, we don't really want to say that. But yeah, I was like, all right, then I quit. And I felt physically sick. But I had to trust myself and my ability that it would do that.
Just to saying that was a question for me, not for you.
Yeah, I know. But I have to make it all about me. You know that. If it's not about me, then no. So, it's the Adam Spivey show. We should Southend. It's not the Southend Dog Training Podcast. It's the Adam Spivey show.
So to answer your question, I'm slightly apprehensive. Obviously, it could have all gone wrong at any point. But anyway, it hasn't. We're doing all right. So let's continue.
Next question is from Holly Stevens. It's a very good question. Where do you see SDT in 5 years' time? What is the biggest thing you've learnt from the whole process of Southend dog training?
Bahamas.
Yacht.
Yeah, a yacht with the Bahamas.
A Mustang that works.
Yeah. No. But I see us in almost. I don't want to franchise it at the moment.
No, it's so difficult with franchises.
Yeah, and I want to stay to what we are. It's true to nature. People come in for Adam and a little bit of me sometimes, maybe. Who knows? But anyway, no, we want to stay true to what we are. Where do we see us? The next
just bigger.
Yeah, bigger really, guys. We're looking at trying to buy a training centre, which basically I want a massive gymnasium all kitted out for our training sessions and our office there. At the moment, we've got our training fields, we've got the office, which is at my home address, but yeah, that's what I want to see. 5
years' time, things that I want Southend dog training. So, TV show, book deal.
They're already both in process.
Yeah, TV show, book deal. So we can reach more people than we already do. But again, I have made it very, very clear when it comes to the TV show that I will not sell out. It will still be me. But that's what they want. It's the authenticity that they want.
Correct.
Where do I want to see? World tour.
Yeah.
We've got such a good following. Germany is one of our biggest countries that follow us. Australia, America. I want to do a world tour. When all the COVID restrictions are dead and buried and we can actually fly without restriction, I want to, like we're doing our coffee mornings all over the country at the minute, I want to be able to do one in Germany, I want to be able to do one in Australia.
Yeah, so massive camper van.
And probably more staff.
Yeah, more staff. Less stress would be nice, but can't see that with growing. So yeah, so that's the plan for 5 years of SDT.
Right, let's look for another question. That question was from Holly Stevens. What's the biggest thing you've learnt from the whole process? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer? Well,
no, that doesn't work, does it? As we fucking learn.
Yeah.
Episode 2, we will talk about Cuntney.
Oh, shit.
The
fucking girl who cried wolf. Fuck.
Yeah. What have we learned? Don't trust anyone. It's not going to go to fucking plan. You're probably going to get stressed and maybe even get piles.
The biggest thing that we've learned is just to focus on the fucking clients.
Yeah.
Getting involved in the politics, getting involved in the bullshit. It just drags you down, and nobody cares about that shit. When people sign up, when people are buying into you, they're there to help.
Yeah, well, they're there. They need help. That's why they're there, because they're struggling. So that's something we've learned. Don't get involved in the bullshit, and just to help who actually needs the help.
Right, going through some of it. Maisie Bryan has asked a similar question. What gave you the boost to get into dog training? Where did the passion begin and all start? Same as you. That was episode 1, I think.
2 or 3.
So season 1.
Episode 3 of the podcast. It's on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah. So our first season covers how I got into dog training. It also covers how Evan got into dog training. So we're going to skip past that question. But I do like Maisie's second part of the question to both of us. What are your funniest memories together?
Oh God!
I'll tell you.
I know it.
Got one?
Right, we was on a VIP live. And it's when you put me on the prong collar on the live, and I think you was dragging me around. No, that's it. It was on the harness trying to get through the door. I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Funny memories. Definitely getting used to fucking walk outside to prove how hot the ground is for the 7-second test.
Putting Adam in a crate, I enjoyed that one. That was a good laugh.
Me peeing on a puppy pad.
There's so many.
Yeah, but this is why it works. And like I said, it's not just the advice that's helping people. We bring people into our lives.
I've got it. It was Adam's tampon falling out and storming out of the house.
Yeah, unfortunately,
we have our tips too.
I love Evan, I do, right? Honestly, I would die for this person, right? And all I ever want to do is see him and his family never worry or want for anything, right? But he is my worst enemy at times, because when I get angry, I'm one of these people that prefers confrontation. Shout at me, will ya? And Evan's one of these people that sits there with his arms folded saying really snarky comments, and I want to punch him in the face. To prevent myself punching him in the face, I will often storm out in a bitch fit. And yeah, but funny moment I had when we was in Scotland. You remember one of the funny videos we did, the anal video?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going anal, anal, anal. And it's basically saying if your dog doesn't understand the word no, and you just keep saying it to him, it's just a word, right? But of course we used anal as an example. Now most people would seen that as a very popular video, but one person that come to our pack walk in Scotland hadn't. So, and that subject come up, so I was like, have you seen my anal video? And I expected her to go, yeah, okay, no, that makes it. But she looked at me like, what? I'm intrigued.
Tell me more. Are you doing OnlyFans?
OnlyFans has been requested. Right, next question.
I think we'll make this the last one, because we'll save some questions for next time too.
Beth Piper, what will happen to Southend dog training when you retire?
Well, we're going to just have loads of little spogs of Adam running around, so we need to train them up.
Well, my 6-year-old's very much an animal lover. My eldest is 12, so she can be put to work soon.
I don't think we can retire. That's it.
The reality is, right, everything that we're doing, I mean, one day I will retire, but what I've always wanted and what's always been important to me, and we're going to talk about staff and staff issues in the next podcast, okay, the stresses of running a company.
Yeah, that's what we mean by staff issues, by the way. It's more the stresses that come with running
the stresses of running a company and trying to get that balance right, and we finally do have that balance right now. We've got a fantastic team behind us, and we've had to whittle out some people in that process, and we'll talk about that in more detail in the next episode. However, my goal is always to be a family-run business, never to sell out, and for Southend Dog Training to be going long after I'm dead. For my family and your family to be running it, and to have the next generation of Southend Dog Training trainers and things like that. Everyone we train up, we want them to train the Southend Dog Training way, and we want that to continue long after I retire. So Southend Dog Training, even when I retire and Ev retires, I want it to continue. But yeah, we will talk about the balance, because since we started this, we've had 3 members of staff had to leave. Now, the one that was the most
difficult one, hardest one.
Well, they've all been hard within a sense. Dave Evans no longer works for us.
Yeah, that's the one that upset me the most.
But yeah, that was hard because
we really like Dave.
I really do like Dave. It's just we had a difference of views as to where the company was going.
Yeah.
So us and Dave parted ways. But Dave, I follow his stuff all the time, and I'm so happy to see that Dave's doing well. And I've got all the time in the world for Dave. I liked Dave before he worked for us, and I still like Dave. That was the one that ended on good terms. However, there have been two people
which we will talk about next time.
We will talk about next time. Both of which are working with aggressive dogs. Both of which never worked with an aggressive dog under Southend dog training, and one of them had to be rescued the first time she went to a job.
To help get she couldn't get the
collar off the dog.
So
she couldn't. But they are both now training dogs, and that is extremely worrying because they never went into home visits to work with behavioural cases whilst they was under Southend dog training simply because they weren't ready. But we'll get into that next episode, guys. We'll leave you on that cliffhanger. But it's fantastic to be back, guys. It really, really is.
Yeah, I've enjoyed filming this. This was fun.
Yeah. We'll leave you with that, guys. The Southend Dog Training Podcast is back. We hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, there is a 7-day free trial to join our website, southenddogtraining.co.uk. It's free to join for 7 days. That's what a 7-day free trial effectively is.
That makes sense.
What's a 7-day free trial? It means it's free to join for 7 days.
So buy one, get one free, or half price.
And you can start getting some questions in for our next podcast and things like that. From myself, from Evan.
See you all later.